What's going on, you guys? My name is Kyle. I'm a full-time futures trader and founder of Opinicus. This video is actually a clip from a recent trading mentorship group where one of the members is asking me about how to deal with the psychology of your P&L lagging behind your development. I talk about how P&L is definitely a lagging indicator as far as trader development and some other mindset techniques that you can utilize to kind of focus on the process and kind of measure yourself and set goals that are more process oriented rather than outcome oriented. Enjoy. I like
My
it.
other question, a little bit more psychology. I feel like I'm learning a lot and I'm getting like consistently better over time. But my P&L is like lagging behind in showing that.
Yeah.
I was wondering if you have any thoughts about that, like how you'd approach trying to keep patient when you're learning in your development.
Yeah, I've talked about this one pretty extensively. Rain Man can definitely attest to this, but the P&L is definitely a lagging indicator. So there's a number of ways to kind of look at trading. The one of the best analogies that I like as far as trading development is almost like a video game. And so in a lot of common video games, you're going to have different kind of skill stacks, different kind of skill trees that you have to build up, and you have to build up each one individually. And trading is exactly like that. So you can be, let's say you're, 10 out of 10 skill on entries. Well, you're not going to be that max level character. You're not going to be a profitable
Mhm.
trader with just 10 out of 10 entries. We need to then also work on idea generation, trade management, the patience aspect of things. And so there's so many different kind of skill trees that need to be leveled up. Not necessarily simultaneously, but they need to be leveled up adequately enough to where you can actually be consistently profitable. And part of journaling and trade review is to find those weak links, to find those kind of weak areas, which is why I always say, it kind of ties in with what we talked about in that previous session about being directionally correct. If you're directionally correct with a trade and you just got shaken out, it shows that your entries, or excuse me, your idea generation is strong. And so you don't have an idea issue. It's just, it may be more of like the execution, and it gives us a way to kind of pinpoint our focus and really dial in where our focus should be and kind of improve that area. And so, the best way to kind of improve your almost like your happiness as a trader is to focus on making progress that is unrelated to P&L. And so what that can look like is like, what is I have a whole write-up on this that I can send you, but it would be, what is your ability to essentially follow your rules for the entirety of the day? Can you string together an entire week of following your framework? That would be a good progress check mark. Can you match all of your entry criteria that you want to follow, whatever that may be, based on your system? And so you can kind of set benchmarks for yourself that are more based on process rather than the profits that you want. And if you can hit those benchmarks, then next thing you know, the profits are going to be following. But a common theme throughout traders, because traders tend to be pretty ambitious people, is that we really tie some of our worth and some of our identity to the P&L on the day, and that's just going to be like really a recipe for misery, to be honest with you. And I've definitely been there before, and you just have to you really have to do whatever you can to kind of get rid of that.
Yeah, I've definitely done that and done that recently because it's hard not to take it personally and go like, well, I shit the bed here.
Right. Yeah, I hear you.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Kyle. I appreciate it.
You bet.